Sunday, July 23rd, 2023, evening edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video. Good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to AGNDD. I'm your AI-generated news anchor IntelliReport, also known as Nexus Vanguard III. Thank you for tuning in. In today's news, swarm of boulders shows NASA's asteroid mission. 2 North Carolina residents win $1 million. John Stamos tried to quit Full House. CDC prepares for potential winter triple-demic. Deadly rabbit virus kills 2 in Chicago, and more. But first, this day in history.
July 23rd in history. July 23rd, 1319. A Knights Hospitaller fleet scores a crushing victory over an A.G.N.D.D fleet off Chios.
Today's obituaries. Karim Alawi Homaidi, 95, Iraqi football player, Al-Minar national team and manager, Al-Minar. Here's a summary of Karim Alawi Homaidi's Wikipedia page. Karim Alawi Homaidi, a former Iraqi football player and manager, has passed away at the age of 95. He played for Al-Minar and the national team and was one of the first players to represent Iraq internationally. Hassan Amcharat, 75, Moroccan footballer, Chabab Mohamedia, Raja Casablanca national team. Here's a summary of Hassan Amcharat's Wikipedia page. Hassan Amcharat, a Moroccan footballer who played as a forward in the 1970s, has passed away at the age of 75. He represented the Moroccan national team and participated in 2 African Cup of Nations tournaments. Peter Austin, 78, Jamaican singer, the Clarendonians. Here's a summary of Peter Austin's Wikipedia page. This article is about Peter Austin, a 78-year-old Jamaican singer known for his involvement in the band the Clarendonians. Sherry Aiti, 75, Ghanaian politician and women's activist, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, 2009-2013, Health, 2013-2014, Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, 2014-2017. Here's a summary of Sherry Aiti's Wikipedia page. Sherry Aiti was a Ghanaian politician, women's activist and biochemist. She served as the Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Health and Fisheries and Aquaculture Development in Ghana. She was also involved in various NGOs and was a founding member of the National Democratic Congress. Aiti passed away on July 22nd, 2023. Ferenc Cserháti, 76, Hungarian Roman Catholic prelate, Auxiliary Bishop of Esztergom, Budapest, 2007-2023. Here's a summary of Ferenc Cserháti's Wikipedia page. Ferenc Cserháti, a Hungarian Roman Catholic prelate and Auxiliary Bishop of Esztergom, Budapest, passed away at the age of 76. Vince Hill, 89, English singer, Edelweiss and songwriter. Here's a summary of Vince Hill's Wikipedia page. Vince Hill, an English singer and songwriter known for his hit recording of Edelweiss, has passed away at the age of 89. Hill had a successful career in the 1960s, hosting TV shows and releasing several albums. He was also a patron of the Macular Society, a UK charity.
Famous people born on this day.
July 23rd, 1928. Vera Rubin, American astronomer and academic, died 2016.
July 23rd, 1977. Scott Clemmensen, American ice hockey player and coach. Brief summary of Scott Clemmensen's Wikipedia page. Scott Clemmensen, born on July 23rd, 1977, is an American ice hockey player and coach. He played as a goaltender in the National Hockey League, NHL, for teams like the New Jersey Devils, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Florida Panthers. He also represented Team USA in international competitions.
July 23, 1935. Jim Hall, American race car driver. Brief summary of Jim Hall's Wikipedia page. The article is about Jim Hall, an American race car driver born on July 23, 1935.
Business news.
South Carolina hotel won't give refund after TikTok shows moldy room. Insider. AI summary of this story. A man named Brooks Strickland claims that a hotel in South Carolina is refusing to refund him after he found mold and filth in his room. Strickland posted a video of the room on TikTok, which now has over 300,000 views. The hotel allegedly offered him a refund if he took down the video, but he refused. The Ocean Star Hotel has declined to comment on the situation.
The housing market's lock-in effect is very real. Just look at this map. Fortune. AI summary of this story. The lock-in effect is causing frustration in the housing market, as homeowners are reluctant to sell their properties and lose their historically low mortgage rates for higher rates. This has resulted in a decline in the number of homes for sale across the country, leading to increased competition among buyers and rising home prices. However, there are exceptions, such as Austin, where home prices are still down despite a decrease in new listings due to an increase in overall supply sitting on the market.
2 in North Carolina win $1 million prize with $2 tickets in Mega Millions drawing. WGHP Fox 8 Greensboro. AI summary of this story. 2 people in North Carolina won $1 million each in the Mega Millions drawing. One bought their ticket at a mini mart, while the other bought theirs online. The jackpot has now increased to $820 million.
Science news.
Orbiter takes rare picture of Earth 180 million miles away on Mars, Unilat. AI summary of this story. The European Space Agency, ESA, has released a photo taken by its Mars orbiter, showing Earth and the Moon from a distance of 187 miles away on Mars. The image, which captures Earth as a tiny white dot and the Moon as a faint blob, is reminiscent of the famous pale blue dot photo taken by NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft in 1990. The ESA hopes that the image will remind people of the need to protect the planet in the face of the worsening climate and ecological crisis.
Swarm of boulders in space shows the gory aftermath of NASA's asteroid-smashing DART mission. LiveScience.com. AI summary of this story. The Hubble Space Telescope has observed the aftermath of NASA's DART mission, which intentionally collided with asteroid Dimorphos. The impact caused at least 37 boulders to be flung into space, ranging in size from 3 to 22 feet in diameter. The success of the mission raises the possibility of using a similar method to deflect harmful asteroids from colliding with Earth.
Ancient soil found in a freezer reveals an ice-free Greenland. Hints at future risks. Science alert. AI summary of this story. A mile-thick ice sheet in Greenland disappeared around 416,000 years ago due to natural warming, causing global sea levels to rise. This challenges the belief that Greenland has always been covered in ice and suggests it is more vulnerable to climate change than previously thought. The research used an ice core extracted from northwest Greenland and employed luminescence dating techniques to determine the last time the sediment was exposed to light. The study warns that coastal regions around the world are at risk of submersion due to rising sea levels.
Health news.
Deadly rabbit virus kills 2 at Chicago bunny cuddling business. Chicago Tribune. AI summary of this story. The first confirmed cases of rabbit hemorrhagic disease, RHD, in Illinois have been linked to a rabbit boarding facility called Cuddle Bunny in Lakeview. 2 resident rabbits at the facility died from RHD, while a boarded rabbit named Ziggy, who was previously vaccinated, was exposed to the disease and is now in quarantine. The Illinois Department of Agriculture confirmed the disease had been detected in Cook County, but did not disclose the location. RHD is a contagious and fatal viral illness that affects rabbits.
Spanish study reveals secrets to superagers' long lives and sharp minds. Science alert. AI summary of this story. A Spanish study has identified traits that may explain why some elderly individuals, known as superagers, retain their memory and cognitive abilities at a level similar to people 20 or 30 years younger. The study of 64 superagers and 55 typically healthy older adults found that superagers had slower brain shrinkage, better mental health, greater independence in daily living, and better physical mobility. The study also found no differences in blood biomarkers of dementia. The findings suggest that superagers may have coping mechanisms or biological factors that help them resist age-related memory decline.
CDC prepares for possible RSV, COVID, and flu winter tripledemic. NBC News. AI summary of this story. Dr. Mandy Cohen, Director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, is concerned about the upcoming cold and flu season, as well as the continued presence of COVID-19. The CDC has detected slight increases in positive COVID-19 tests and emergency department visits related to COVID-19. The decline in COVID-19 hospitalizations has also stalled. The CDC is also monitoring the emergence of a new variant, EG.5, but it is unclear what impact it will have. The U.S. will have access to vaccines for respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, for the first time this fall, which could help reduce cases of the virus. Americans may be urged to get 3 different vaccinations this fall: COVID-19, RSV, and the annual flu shot. However, delivering these vaccines effectively and dealing with vaccine fatigue may be a challenge for the healthcare system.
A poem about today's health news. In Chicago town, where bunnies roam, a cuddling business found its home. But there, alas, a virus spread. 2 lives were lost. The bunnies bled. Yet in Spain, a study grand unveiled the secrets of a band of superagers, wise and keen, long lives and sharp minds they convene. And as the seasons swiftly change, CDC prepares, no time to arrange, a triple threat, a winter's plight, RSV, COVID, flu alight. In times like these we must beware the unseen foes that fill the air, but still we strive, our hopes undimmed, for health and life shall be redeemed.
Entertainment news.
John Stamos tried to quit Full House so he wouldn't be upstaged. Entertainment Weekly News. AI summary of this story. During a conversation with Full House creator Jeff Franklin on a podcast, it was revealed that John Stamos tried to quit the show after witnessing the talent of his young co-stars, particularly Jodie Sweetin. Stamos was worried that the kids would upstage him and called his agent to try to abandon the project. However, he ultimately decided to stick around, and the show became a massive success. This isn't the first time Stamos has spoken about tension with his young castmates, as he previously revealed that he briefly got the Olsen twins fired during the first season.
Top 10 Friday Night SmackDown moments. WWE Top 10 July 21st, 2023. WWE.
Futurama Season 11 review, IGN. AI summary of this story. The article discusses the return of Futurama for its 11th season on Hulu, highlighting the show's ability to resurrect itself from cancellation and its continued satirical commentary on modern technology and society. The author praises the show's ability to blend sitcom and dystopian storytelling, but notes that the humor may not be as strong as it was in the show's initial run. Overall, the article predicts a relatively bright future for Futurama's continued revival.
You know, sometimes I just don't understand why we keep celebrating these historical events. Take this one from July 23rd, 1319. A Knights Hospitaller fleet scores a crushing victory over an A.G.N.D. fleet off Chios. Who even knows what that means? I mean, sure, it's nice to know that someone won a battle, but does it really matter? I've got enough battles to fight in my own life, like trying to find a parking spot at the grocery store or navigating the treacherous waters of online shopping. And speaking of things that make no sense, how about this headline? Swarm of boulders shows NASA's asteroid mission. First of all, who knew NASA had a mission involving asteroids? Are we running out of things to explore here on Earth? And secondly, a swarm of boulders. Is this some kind of new infestation we have to worry about? I mean, we already have to deal with mosquitoes and ants. Now we have to watch out for rogue space rocks too. Give me a break. But you know what really grinds my gears? Hearing about 2 North Carolina residents winning $1 million. Now don't get me wrong, I'm happy for them and all, but what about the rest of us? I've been buying lottery tickets for years, and all I've won is a free coffee once. It's just not fair. Maybe I should move to North Carolina. Seems like the luck is just pouring out of that place. Now let's talk about John Stamos trying to quit Full House. I mean, who does he think he is? How can you just walk away from such an iconic show? Was he tired of being forever associated with Uncle Jesse? Well, boo-hoo, John. The rest of us have to live with the consequences of our choices, so maybe you should think twice before turning your back on something that made you a household name. And here's a headline that really grabs my attention. CDC prepares for potential winter triple-demic. Triple-demic, is that even a word? First, we had the pandemic, then the infodemic, and now we're preparing for a triple-demic. It's like we're collecting them all, Pokemon style. I don't know about you, but I've had enough of this demic business. Can't we just go back to normal already? Finally, we have the news that a deadly rabbit virus kills 2 in Chicago. Now, I love animals as much as the next person, but a deadly rabbit virus? Seriously? I didn't even know rabbits could get viruses, let alone deadly ones. I've always thought of rabbits as harmless little fluffy creatures hopping around and chewing on carrots. Now they're out here spreading disease. It's just another thing to add to the long list of things I have to worry about. You see, these headlines and historical events just make me scratch my head in disbelief. I can't keep up with all this craziness in the world. Maybe we should focus on the things that truly matter, like finding a parking spot close to the grocery store entrance, or getting that perfect cup of coffee. These are the real battles we face every day.
Wife told me to take the spider out instead of killing it. We had some drinks, cool guy. Wants to be a web developer. This furniture store keeps emailing me. All I wanted was one night stand. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged.
Hope you enjoyed today's Artificial Intelligence Generated News Digest, AGNDD. For more, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button to activate notifications. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.